Long ago, a great war was waged to stop the drow ritual. The armies of the surface banded together and ventured deep underground. The drow were destroyed and the ritual was stopped, or so the surface dwellers thought. A ceaseless storm swelling with corruption that breaks the ground and changes those it touches was born. The land and people have been ravaged by the power and corruption of the storm, leaving both in desolation.
You guys didn't decide where to go next.
We
did.
We got into the whatchamacallit, the dwarven village, and we got rescued by the
next finger
revolutionaries.
Rescued, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Slave dwarven.
All right. So the last thing I remember is we did the tomb giant's job, and
Yes.
he was like, "Here's some weapons."
Yeah. After that, all we did was I don't want to say escape because we didn't escape. We left. Yeah. We left there to the next.
Did you write down what the weepon was and all
the
that?
next finger.
Yeah, all that.
Yes, it is the bone striking composite bow.
You don't need to read it off to me as long as you got it on there. That's all I care about.
It's the 1d6 bleeding. There we go.
Yep. All right. Well, then we can do the recap, and then that should recap you into where they're at. And I'll have to remember what the fuck's supposed to happen next. It's been like a month and a half since we've done this.
Yeah, it's literally a month because we've been all busy.
Yeah. Well, I figured once we went to the 2 weeks, then any time that the schedule slipped, it was just going to get further and further.
Do whatever,
And that's why when everyone was pushing for it, I was like, as long as we're wearing consequences, I'm okay with it.
It's okay. No, that's what you need to do. You need to have it to where the campaign also happens in real time.
Oh, you guys would have died. This whole fucking place would have been taken over.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
You guys would be like enslaved or dead.
Like we're just sitting outside the camp for like a month.
2 weeks at a time. We're just like frozen in place.
that whole fight between the demon army and the fucking skeletons and shit, it would have already been done. You guys would have come back and been like, where's everyone at?
Oh, when they were fucking like charging at us after we killed the boss, we're just like, hold on a second. About 2 weeks to be exact.
Yeah, exactly.
We're sneaking in the enemy fortress, and it's like, haha, Jeffrey's in their clothes bin.
He's like, please. I can't breathe.
Please, I just want out. I'm cramping so bad.
I just want out.
Everything goes.
Also, you not change your clothes for 2 weeks? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, Jeff does serious. It's a good thing I finally got this chest to put my dirty underwear in.
No!
You fat bastard!
All you hear for 2 weeks is
That's exactly what would happen.
The demon guy's just like, why don't you just fucking leave? And you're just like, I can't!
Man, it's so... This laundry is so gross that the mimic inside that I put it in is throwing up.
That demon lord would have been like, yes.
That's
the screams of the damned. It always puts me right to sleep.
My liege, it's more of gagging than screaming.
The gagging of the damned.
As long as they're suffering.
Gagging of the damned sounds like
something else, right? Sounds like a different circle of hell.
Sounds like something Chris would be interested.
Dude,
I'd be a little lusty in there.
I'm down for the gaggings of hell.
Christian's like, I'll gag, someone else can gag, everybody can gag.
It's like,
no.
Have you seen that meme where it's like, the Cookie Monster was confused
Sit your ass down.
why he was sent to hell? And then he looked around, and all the sinners have been turned into cookies, and he realized that he was not being punished; he was the punishment.
Holy shit! That's so fucking cool.
Cookie.
It's so fucking dumb.
That's so fucking funny. But speaking
How
of
that
the
I
damned,
want.
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, what happened, what did we start off with after that? We just got the weapons and left, right?
Okay,
last
so
time?
yeah,
Yeah.
we got the weapons. We reported to the king. They told us, hey, he's in that dwarven village. The next guy, I think the next guy is on where the tree is.
Yes, that's where we're at.
And so we went back
Kind
to the
of.
dwarven village. We were trying
Well,
to sneak.
Okay.
We're not
Okay.
specifically back in the
Sure.
dwarven village. We're back in the
So the
human part.
yes.
The human
Yes,
half of that dwarven village.
We snuck back.
You mean the place that's
Sure.
like where all the demons are flowing out of?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We snuck. Yeah, we tried to sneak
I
into.
love the realization and you go, oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
tried to
Hey,
sneak in.
fuck.
That was just our next destination, man. What can we
No
say?
more.
I don't control the story.
But yeah, we tried to sneak in.
We kinda
were
do.
Semi-successful in sneaking in. We had to get into a little fight.
Semi is a good way of putting it.
Yes, because we
Yeah.
did
No,
get
we
spotted
got-
by a demon.
We got up to the gate, but the demons were like, "Wait a minute, we can see invisible shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them up." And then we fought them.
That was the best part.
It was scary.
They were doing their damnedest to be invisible and shit, and they're doing pretty good. Their stealth checks were high enough to pass most enemies, but then there was also invisible enemies who snuck up on them and started shaking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we fought them,
Move.
and then
But
mysterious to
amidst
us.
the battle, there was a on the opposite or behind one of the fences. There was a kind of like a gap there, since they took down one of the fence posts or something.
Just think about it as like it's less of fence posts and stuff like that, and it's more of like fort.
Yeah.
Like, more like timbers that are
Yeah,
jumping
like
the
spiked
ground,
timbers that are.
Yeah.
So there was basically one missing, right? So enough of a gap to fit a person. There was a person in there already calling to us, a human, basically telling us to go hide inside of that fence. And we escaped the demon. We followed the guy where he took us,
You
basically
guys
to
almost
where.
didn't follow him.
I mean, I was going to either way, but I wanted to see at least if the rest of the party would come in.
Yeah.
But
The guy was starting to get irritated.
we did join him. Yeah, he was rushing us, and we found a resistance of humans. Basically, that's where we found them. One of them being, I think, the former mayor of this of that
Yes.
town.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no dealings with this person.
No, definitely.
Yes, none of us do.
None,
And I was thinking
none of
about
our
it, none of
current
us.
characters do.
Good
Yeah.
thing that Goodberry's not here.
Well, she doesn't have any dealings with them either.
No, she was part of the party at that time.
Well, no, because Goodberry we found in the heartbeat thing, so she missed the human settlement.
She never
Goodberry
went to the-
only dealt
That's
with
right.
the dwarven
It was
settlement.
Right,
Quack.
It was Quack,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Quack dealt
Quack.
with it.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
So she
I was
died from
I was
heartbeat.
thinking about it. I was thinking about it earlier today. And I was like, oh, does Goodberry know this guy? And I was like, no, she wouldn't,
I mean,
because because we never went back to the well.
I mean,
I might
Goodberry
know.
She might have.
might have met him on the way out, but she was also kind of like running for her life after
it's
we
true
turned evil.
because that's
Yeah,
what me.
exactly.
That's what. Well, when I was still pig, that's what we did. We tried to leave that place as soon as we could because after Rock and Gronar went
After they turned.
demon mode, I guess. We were like fucking leaving, and then as I was catching my breath, I was like, "Fuck this shit," and then left. Went back home and then left some of the treasures that we had gotten to Goodberry.
Luckily, Pig's no longer part of the party, so I can say this. But you mean when Rock and Gronar went goblin?
Yeah, yeah.
What's goblin mode? Run.
Oh, Pig was always goblin mode. Well, actually, take that back. Sometimes he was shark goblin mode.
Shark bait.
Goblin
Ooh,
shark mode.
Alright.
Very nice.
Was that your recap?
Yes. So now we're here with the resistance of humans amongst the looks like a demon town.
I have experience leading resistances. They always go well.
Is that true?
Yeah,
So-
it's actually my backstory.
I mean, Jean got out.
So what I recall is you guys essentially escaped with that man.
Yeah.
He led you guys to like a ramshackle house.
And then we went under a tunnel.
Yep, he put you guys like down through a trap door, and then y'all followed that tunnel all the way to another trap door, and there was something heavy on top of it. You guys were trying to like move it, and after a while it got moved for you, and then y'all were allowed up, and the mayor, or the guy who used to be the mayor, was very surprised to see a random group of people in the tunnel. I don't remember if you guys discussed anything with him or not.
We
I
did
don't
not.
think so.
Yeah.
So random question out of character. The dwarves and gnomes have to all be fucking dead by now, right?
Oh, for sure.
I mean that, or they've also turned evil.
Demon, yeah, probably.
Fair enough. And
We're not.
that other goblin guy who gave us so much trouble, he's still alive, isn't he? I don't think we ever killed him.
Assassin?
Guy?
Which one?
Not
Oh.
The kobold?
The
no, not the
kobold?
kobold assassin. The he might have been an orc.
Oh, yeah, that dude?
Yeah.
The guy who rode the wyvern and like,
Yeah.
poisoned us and...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely still alive.
Okay, good.
That's okay.
So, I mean, I think we're high enough level. Doesn't matter.
No.
No, he's also high.
But,
level.
I
He's
did
now
like
level
playing
20.
that character.
Huh?
I did like playing him.
He is definitely also equal level to us.
Yeah, most
Maybe
likely.
not equal.
A little high.
Oh, cool, he's
They're
less
a little
level.
lower.
Or just OP at level 5 for whatever reason.
He's only level 5. Absolutely.
Hey guys, look at what my god gave me. She called it a mini gun.
How do you keep all the kobolds in line?
They really work well after that.
It's true.
No,
Which
no.
one of them are left though?
You see the kobolds? I get them all gathered here. Right there, the kobolds are in line. Those kobolds are out of line, and those kobolds are out of line. The kobolds are now in line.
That, my friend, is how you keep kobolds in line.
Oh.
It's true. But we haven't discussed anything with the humans yet. We had only just met them, basically. I think we literally started off, it was like, who are you? And then, bam.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
So, are you guys ready?
What's our
Yes,
group again?
sir.
It's a half orc, a what are you?
Halfling.
Halfling,
Or
Two
what are they
humans.
called in this one?
and an elf. Gotcha.
No, they are called halflings in this one. Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so a half orc, a halfling, 2 humans, and an elf
And
walk
did
into a
that
tunnel.
guy last time who y'all followed, did he ever tell you his name or anything?
No, he did not.
If
tell
he
us
did,
anything.
we don't
That's,
remember.
That's what we were. That's what I was wondering, at least.
Okay. So, you guys ready to begin?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
What are you doing here?
We got escorted
Who
by.
are you?
Well,
Why are you using that tunnel?
Well, our group name is still pending.
Alright, hello, still pending.
it's
Shit.
That's our name now.
I hope that doesn't stick. Fuck. We
sounds like a band name.
someone
Good
led
boy,
us,
bad grunge
showed
band.
us the house, and he told us to go down the tunnel to hide from the demons. And then now we're here.
Yes. Oh, my name's Tyler, by the way. This is John.
You're-
This is.
So you all are responsible for this uproar that the demons are in right now?
What uproar? We've only maybe seen.
Yes,
one-
they killed a bunch of
We've
people.
only seen 2 demons.
And I don't think we killed any of them.
Well,
We
Wait, you
fought a
didn't
couple.
kill
you
them?
don't need to see them for them to
Don't
communicate with each
remember.
other. And they are mobilizing. So
See.
I'm assuming they're looking for you.
Then yes.
I don't think it was us, though.
Unfortunate.
I mean, we did fight a couple of them. Oh, you know what? They did blow the war horns. I think they did blow the war horns.
They did.
Forgot about.
Yeah.
Forgot about that part. It's been. It almost feels like it's been a month since then.
It was a really long tunnel.
It is a long tunnel.
Dwarves surely love their tunnels.
Yes, that they do. And they are quite good at making them. They made that little tunnel in only a couple days. Anyways,
Oh,
do you
Wait.
know who put you in the tunnel?
Unfortunately, not. He was just.
yeah, it was a guy. He was
Did
named
he
something.
say he would meet you here?
Yes.
Yes, he did actually,
Let's see.
but he was very much hurrying us along. I
It
suppose
is
just to get away from the demons.
dangerous when the demons are about.
Yes.
I see. Well, wait here for a time then. Maybe he'll come back.
Okay.
What
Sounds good.
are you doing here? What is your purpose in coming here to
We've been
this
sent.
town?
Oh, we should probably starting with that.
Ah, yes.
We've been sent by the king to go kill the summoner.
The
Yes.
human king in the north.
The one
There is
from
a
Land's
king in
End.
the north?
Well,
The one
yeah,
from
I
Land's
think-
End?
The king in the north.
The Lion's End King?
No, it was.
If-
Technically, we got
Is
sent
he
by Commander
king
Pierce.
now?
We got sent by Commander Pierce.
Well, I think
Yes.
the capital may or
It's
may not have.
difficult when you don't get any new information.
The capital may or may not have fallen, so his exact title is a bit iffy.
Do you know
Let's
Commander
see.
Pierce?
I have heard of him. I've never met him.
So he's in the north. He directly sent us, but I think he's working for a king.
That
Wait,
is
wait,
fine.
wait. Was it a royal family or was it just a noble family? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We-
We never met them.
It's
What
not
if I-
like we ever met them. They kind of rushed us out of the place.
Regardless, you were sent to do what exactly?
We're here to kill the demon summoner person, whatever.
Okay, so it's demons.
Whoever's in charge
Here,
of
here,
the
here to
thing.
kill demons.
Yes. We had just arrived here from the southern part of the continent where we killed a demon
More demons.
general. Yes, basically.
I see.
So,
This
we're here to kill
demon
another one.
summoner, I've not heard of it.
Well,
Oh, you know how there's like a shit ton of demons coming out of there?
More than aware.
He summons them.
I see. So you are going to try to punch into the dwarven fortress?
Is that where he is?
Well, that's where all the demons
if
come
that's
from.
where the source of these demons are going to be, then
Jolly
I
good.
suppose that's where we're going.
I see. Is it just the three of you?
Well, no, there's also our invisible friend, this other human, Dr. Goodberry, and our other invisible friend who's being carried by Dr. Goodberry, elf, named Talithel.
Interesting.
He falls asleep a lot. He's
Yes.
quite ancient, and after expending any
He's
amount
still,
of
like,
magic,
sleeping in the tunnel.
It's
Just
like, wait, no, I don't think he's asleep no more.
he might
Wait,
have.
wait, he is
he might
asleep,
have
right?
A narcoleptic
I don't
condition.
feel his pulse.
very
Oh wait, there was one.
rare to see an elf.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were surprised.
We were
equally.
surprised as well, and
Interesting. I don't think the four of you will be able to do what you
The
think
five
you
of
can
us.
do.
five. But
Goodberry's
yes.
really not here.
Plenty of
Oh,
people
fair
have
enough.
doubted us before. Like
Wait, Goodberry's not here. Who's carrying
who was
Talithel?
the
No, good.
the
Talithil's
shit?
skeleton guy.
What was the giant, the zombie
tomb
guy?
giant?
The tomb giant. Yeah, the tomb giant was like, you guys can't defeat the general, and we did, and he could like suck your soul out of your body or something.
That
That
is
sucks so good.
terrifying that you would talk with a being that can rip your soul from your body.
Well,
We even made a deal with
More or less make a bet.
Well, yeah, we have no fear or really sense of self-preservation.
Absolutely not.
Oh yes,
Perfect thing.
definitely not.
We technically took this job, and they said, "Yeah, we'll pay you," and we didn't get any like how they were gonna pay us. We just sounds good to
We
us.
really got
Not
absolutely
only do you have
no
no
guarantees at all.
reservation, but you also are stupid. You're
Yeah, I-
perfect for the job.
Yeah, we didn't even like say like pay us half first. They were just like, yeah, when you kill them, we'll pay you. We were like, yeah, so we'll go kill them and then we'll get paid.
On the other side of the continent.
So as
I'm starting to realize that we don't thought this.
You guys hear.
They have hounds out.
You see a dog come running through the house and the front door, and the what used to be the bear looks at you and he goes, "Get back in the tunnel."
Okay.
We get back in the
Moves
tunnel.
the chest on top of it to disguise it. And he walks over and you guys can hear like a muffled conversation go on for a little bit, and then you hear the door close, and you can hear a set of footsteps, set of footsteps. Is that the right way to say that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, you hear footsteps approaching. You hear the chest get moved again, and the trap door is open again. And it's the guy who originally led you guys to the tunnel.
Okay.
And he says, "Good, you made it."
Yes, and by the way, thank you for
You're
leading
quite
us
welcome.
over here. But
I almost left you.
we never caught your name,
It's Jim. Well, the demons ate pretty much all of our animals, so
Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
Not really
only-
the butcher anymore.
That'll happen, yeah.
I mean, you still got a dog. They didn't get all the animals.
Yeah, the dog probably won't last more than a couple more days.
Oh.
We can take him. I mean, if he's not going to last a couple more days anyways, might as well fight with us.
I thought you meant like
I
It's really not a
definitely,
fight,
I'm so
right?
I definitely
concerned.
thought you also meant eat him.
Yes, because you're talking to a butcher.
Yeah, everyone looked at you kind of weird when you said that.
I mean, like, I've eaten a dog before.
Listen.
John, is that what they eat in fantasy
He puts
France?
himself in between you and his dog, and he's like,
Listen, we might eat snails and other stuff in fantasy France. We do not eat dogs in fantasy France.
Ah, fair.
You in the wasteland.
Not surprised.
I mean, it's not like we
barbaric.
go.
There's dogs in the wasteland?
Well, when they wander in, I mean, it's like anything that wanders into the wasteland is like,
Yeah.
all right, that's dinner, I guess.
Cool.
Fantasy
right
dingoes, aka dingoes.
The dango.
Dango took it, mate.
Yeah, and we eat the baby too.
Oh,
The
shit.
dingo
Oh
and
my
the
God.
baby.
The mayor over here caught me up a little bit on why you're here.
Yes.
So you have plans to infiltrate the fortress and try to kill the leaders?
We don't have a plan. We do have an idea of killing the.
Would you
Well,
consider
no,
it
I-
a loose idea or a firm idea?
We
It is a very firm idea, but
Well, we don't get paid if we don't kill them.
we're
It's-
going to do it. either
We
way.
don't have the foresight to realize that they probably aren't expecting to pay us anyways because they expect us to die. So yeah, we have to go kill them.
It's like one of those 3-step plans. Where you know the third step, but you don't know the first two.
We
No,
have
no,
to-
no,
It's
we know the
step
first step.
3. It's like step
Step
3.
1, get to the dwarven village. Step 2, step 3,
Kill the sub-
general.
Step 4, profit.
Step 4, it's a
I
4-step
see.
plan.
Yeah, it's a 4-step, 3-step plan.
And while you guys are debating whether or not it's a 3 or 4-step plan, the mayor slowly pulls out a chair and just sits down and he just buries his fucking head in his hands.
Listen.
Just
We might not
shaking
sound
his
competent, but we've already killed the demon general and some
Another
dwarf guy
demon
who was
guy.
on fire.
It was a demon blacksmith, if anything.
Yeah, demon blacksmith as well.
It sounds like you all
I reach into my
are winning
sack
through
and I
sheer
pull out
blind luck.
the
Ooh.
2 fingers that we have. See? Check it out.
You would not believe the amount of luck that we
Why
need.
are
Well-
you holding 2 stone fingers?
Oh, my bad. Those are the
They're their
The
bodies.
generals.
those are the forms that the generals took, or the demons took once we killed them.
Why has my life become so weird?
I don't know. Look, okay,
Well, you live by dwarves, first of all.
And they're very set in stone.
Ah, just like
Yeah,
these guys.
are too.
Okay, look.
All you have to
We're gonna
know
do
is that you
a
can
simple
trust
little
us.
test. Yeah, like I ever would. Please.
You can
black
trust
out.
us to at least kill things pretty well, not
Yes,
not do
that's
anything
what
else.
I'm afraid of.
Yeah, we killed those demons when we entered the town.
Academically, we have an IQ of maybe 100.
No.
Combined.
Hey, good bears very smart. We academically have like a IQ probably about 200.
Including yes, but the rest of us only like average out to maybe 20.
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
I'm the doctor.
God.
It's like, do we have a
So-
doctor in the house? Yeah.
Here is what we are going
art.
to do. All right,
Okay.
you're going to go through another tunnel. At the end of that tunnel will be a rather large underground chamber.
Okay.
In that chamber, there is a magic circle on the ground. All 4 of you will stand on it. And if everything goes well, you will leave the chamber with no problems. If you are demon spies or something of that nature, you will be killed.
Oh. It's a magic circle.
Okay, then-
about gets into the Thunderdome.
Well, I'm confident that I'm pretty sure I'm not a demon. I came from a family of humble cooks.
I yeah, let's go stay down there. We should be fine. I've already led a resistance against one group of demons.
Is it okay if the doctor and the elf stay here?
The doctor isn't here, period. The doctor's on the ship.
I meant Goodberry.
Yes.
But- oh, okay.
I also need Goodberry.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll just carry
Wait, the ship in the
Talathiel.
city?
Talathiel, yeah.
I'll just carry Talathiel in case he
So
wakes
that's
up.
what she asked us to do. Just
Gotcha.
leave her on the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah,
okay.
especially since she's not gonna be playing. But yeah.
So you guys follow Jim
As long as the ship doesn't sink.
down another tunnel, and this one, it's hidden, but you can tell it's a lot more well used, so it's not really hidden as well. In this tunnel, it is much shorter, and it seems to lead. Well, those of you who have survival skills notice that it seems to lead out of town.
I think we all have survival skills.
Have survival
What's your
skills.
survival skill?
5.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Most of you realize it's leading out of town. Some of you might not realize that.
I just
So-
tunnel go this way.
Tunnel go straight.
Make me a perception check once you guys reach this large open tunnel.
It's gonna be a 22.
I got a 24.
Haha!
Mine is
Someone is
a
very perceptive today.
dirty 20, unfortunately, but yeah.
I do have dark vision.
Holy
as well.
shit! How did you roll
So-
one?
I rolled a 2.
Jeez.
You rolled a 2 and you got a 20.
Dirty 20,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. I rolled a 12 and I got a 24.
God damn.
Wait, what's your
What did
wisdom?
you say? What? My
What's your wisdom?
As you guys walk into this cavern, it
It's
seems
plus
to
2, plus
be
3.
Plus 1.
empty,
Oh.
except for this very large magic
But I'm
circle.
a master.
So Jim turns around and
And
points to it and he says, "Alright,
stuff.
who's going to stand in the middle of the circle and I will do the incantation?"
Alright. I'm gonna,
Doop.
I'm gonna look at the circle and be like, that's magic. And walk right into the circle.
Very circle, much magic involved.
It seems like a very magical circle. Jim, what
Well,
kind of
I have no-
magic is this?
Well,
Jim
you
looks at you and goes, I don't know.
Fair enough.
All I know is the words they told me to read.
well, I see no
Pulls
reason
out a
not to
piece of
trust these
paper,
people we just
once you
met.
guys
Let's step
are-
inside this magic circle.
Once you guys are all in it, he goes, "Reveal your true self." Ha! I got it right this time. And
Have
the
you
magic
read it
circle-
wrong before?
As you're asking that, the magic circle like
Wow.
lights up, and you guys don't visibly change. There's no visible anything on you guys. And he goes, "Yeah, I read it in my head a couple times."
I would like to do a performance check just to
Okay.
scream like I'm in like earth shattering.
I don't think you
Go
want to
ahead.
give out our fucking
Go ahead.
like
Why?
location.
Why?
27. Or sorry, 25.
Awesome.
But
If you're
why?
trying to convince something of something that's not actually happening with performance, that goes against their perception, I believe.
Probably.
Yes,
I think it
it
does.
does.
Because it's fun.
Because we don't have insight. Insight is turned into perception in this game.
if you'd rather it be deception, then it was only an 18.
No,
but if I'm
no.
doing performance, then it's a
We can do
25.
Performance 25. I like it. I like it.
And I let out the earth shattering orc scream, and then I'd be like, no, I'm just kidding.
No, hold on, hold
I'm
on.
just an orc.
Let me.
I do have demons, but those are like the internal kind of demons.
Oh, thank God he was faking, and I put down like a really big ritual knife.
Where,
Wait, ritual knife, not your fork?
is it not in
No, I
this?
have a special one for orcs.
Oh, I think it was in this guy, isn't it?
Fuck, dude.
One moment.
Halflings
Open
are
up the
terrified
right
of orcs. I still don't like him because he's an orc.
I hate them orcs. Hey, don't get out from under me. You dumb.
He's such a big dog, but he still thinks he's like,
He 100%
under table
thinks
dog.
that he's fucking small.
yeah.
And it is
He still believes he's a lapdog.
annoying.
That's just kind of like, yes.
He's never been a lapdog. He doesn't like to.
All small dogs think that they're big dogs, and all big dogs think that they're all small dogs.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the case.
Big dumb is what it is.
He's a big dummy.
This really does not have a decent list of shit. I felt like there was another list somewhere. I just don't know what it was. Real. Does not have that much. Let's see. God damn it! Let me fucking scroll, you piece of shit. wish there was like a themed version of the NPC gallery. Cause
That would be better, right?
Yeah, because the way they have it in this one, it's not really. You don't really have a whole lot, you know? And so. You just don't have a whole lot of choices and options and shit. Which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. And we will use what we have. Yeah, we gotta wait for him to come back anyways before we can deal with this scenario.
This thing he's done to us.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You know it.
why would he do it? I still don't
don't
understand.
know. I
That
don't
could give
know.
away our location, and then oh no, demons raid the fucking underground tunnel, which only has one exit.
His intelligence isn't bad either.
No, this was a conscious choice.
I know. His wisdom's neutral too.
It's not that he
Conscious
was
choice.
being.
I
It's not
know.
that he was being stupid. He was just being mischievous, which is stupid at this situation.
Yeah, he's not a fucking hobbit or anything.
Yeah, that's something I would do. Except I don't have any alcohol on me. Not yet.
Well, I'm sure if this fight goes well, you will.
Oh, yo, we should go to Six Flags. Know what I'm saying.
Sure. When do you want to go?
I don't know. That's expensive. It's too expensive for me.
Well, man, you decide the date, you decide where you want to go, and I'm down.
I'm just gonna
You
go.
don't even
To,
need to ask me.
I'm gonna go to a Millburgers nursery, whatever, for plants, so that I can go into the pumpkin patch or some shit.
Yeah,
It's a lot cheaper. It's free.
that's fair. It is
Yeah,
free.
there we go.
There's just
There
I just
goes-
have to
no.
deal with a bunch of annoying little kids.
So we can all just take pumpkin back pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. we'll all go there dressed in suits and some shit. Make it look professional.
Good 100%.
But professionally holding a pumpkin.
Like photo op and everything, just holding pumpkins, have a jack-o'-lantern and everything.
Let's fucking do it. I'm down.
Yeah, that's something I do want to do. I want to carve a pumpkin. I haven't done that in a long time.
Okay. Well, to do that, we
See,
gotta get
Jeff.
some.
Make it have a penis face.
Well, the first thing you need to carve a pumpkin is a knife.
I do have a knife.
Knife?
Except it's not that big. Otherwise, I get arrested at the
school?
CSA. But I have a small one. It's a key.
Oh.
That's sketchy, man.
I too have.
You're out there like, see, they think I'm going to use my key to get into my house, but really I'm just gonna shank 'em.
Well, this came with the card knives that I gave everybody. That's why. And I was like, might as well use it then.
Makes sense.
So I use it every now
So,
and then.
Christian,
to open
what's your knife?
packages.
What's my what?
What's your knife?
Where's your knife?
What knife are you carrying on you today?
You call that a knife? Now this
Nice.
is a
That's
knife.
nice.
That's a knife. To the fucking ears.
To be fair, this
That's
is what
not
a
a
normal
dishwasher,
sized
that's a
knife
knife.
would look like to Ferric.
So what did you get for your performance?
25.
25.
25. Okay.
My bigger Swiss Army knife is just at home though.
So you hear from two separate parts. You hear two separate commands. Okay. From two different spots. You hear fire.
Oh fuck!
From the last spot you hear
Why would you do?
hold.
I fucking duck.
So well, I mean, this is all like as soon as he says fire, there are bolts and arrows coming at you immediately.
You think what I'm thinking?
So
Nimble dodge.
I'm already curled up into a ball. I don't know what you
he
mean.
has entered the fetal position.
He has gone Dilla mode.
Yeah, no, dude.
So-
Whatchamacallit, if we're like inside of a cave, there's gravel. Terrain stalker.
Yeah, not really while you're in the middle of that magic circle, which
Son
is
of a
keeping
bitch.
you from hiding or anything else. So, what is your AC currently without your shield raise?
31.
31, okay. So, let's see here.
Why?
See what happened? Not in the middle of a demon encampment.
What you think would happen?
33.
Thought this dude was just gonna run screaming. Then they were gonna get
Oh,
shot.
why would that one do? What
So-
good would that do? I thought you were redeeming yourself.
The first volley completely connects.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the second volley now. Only a portion of the second volley hits you.
But are they
Nice.
silvered arrows?
They're arrows that hit hard enough.
They're not. They don't do slashing damage, do they?
Ooh, yikes! They're actually swords.
Yeah, they're just throwing fucking swords at you.
Just for that, yeah.
Jesus. Hold on, let me see this shit.
I don't know. I've seen a cartoon where they put a fucking rapier in a bow for some
I mean,
reason.
I've seen a cartoon where a man shoots himself with a bow. And not like he shoots himself with a bow, but he
shoots
is the
himself.
arrow.
Yeah, as it. Oh,
I
shit.
see what you mean by shoots himself with the bow.
I can't remember.
Is this
There's plenty of
'Cause
Bollywood.
yeah, they do that a lot, but I know that there's one that is specific to summer. They do that.
I don't have enough fucking dice, man.
I know they do that in Tom and Jerry. That's for sure. What do you want? Stop rubbing your butt on me,
I'm
Christian.
sorry, Jeffrey.
See, it's much cuter. He's just
I'm
rubbing
waiting
his
for
head
him
on our
to-
leg.
waiting for him to do
Yeah.
damage.
I bet it's better on this.
Trying, man, I'm trying.
I get the fucking whiteboard out for math.
Then dust it out.
Hey man, to do math in a minute. Hold up.
You fucking know it.
What's your
it's
max
not,
HP?
It's not gonna be enough to kill
148.
you.
I got HP.
Aiden, what are you eating?
And see, I was testing the might of their army. I wasn't fucking around.
He was merely trying to find out.
He's finding out.
Yep, they're good. They're ready. These guys can fight. That's for sure. Fuck.
Okay, so different
What are
values.
you doing? Don't be. What's wrong, wagging your tail? Stop hitting me with your tail.
Why are you hitting yourself, Jeff? Why are you hitting yourself?
I don't even have a tail.
I
Alright, let's see what all these numbers add up to.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
We deal 356 damage. Well.
Actually, 357.
Oh, well, I'm definitely dead.
That'd be the best fucking
You
death
take
I can do.
115 points of damage
115?
115 as a storm of arrows and bolts slam into you. And it hits you so hard that it staggers you and you like stumble back a couple paces. And at this point, the other voice that you had heard that had yelled "hold" is joined by Jim, who was watching the results of the test, like of the Magic Circles test. And so you hear them both screaming out, "Hold! He's not a demon, he's just a dumbass!" On
We were
fire!
being tested whether we were demons or not.
Now I'm a porcupine.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck, that hurt.
When you say that, and it kind of echoes around the chamber, and from one of the groups that fired at you, you hear, "What a dipshit!"
Oh, shit.
Okay, you know what? Now I understand why you guys were doubting us for like a second.
Lyra, heal the dumbass up!
Oh, that sucked.
This woman comes out from the shadows holding a staff, and she walks over to you, and she goes, "You really need to be more careful about these things."
Yep,
And she casts a heal spell on you.
absolutely
And
do.
so your wounds heal up, and the arrows and bolts fall out of you.
I thought you said 150,
5
0, and I was like, well, I'm unconscious. But you said 115, and I was like, I have 30 hit points left. I'm good.
One of the following the healer is a dwarf who seems to be dressed in not really like finery, but it's a fine suit of like plate armor, and he has a crossbow like slotted into a holster along his thigh. And he's carrying, for a dwarf, a very large shield and a massive hammer. And the shield seems to be emblazoned with some kind of a crest that you don't know. And he walks up to you and he looks right at you as a half-orc and he goes, "You know, mate, we fucking hate orcs.
I get that a lot.
Like, we really hate orcs.
Yep. I get that a
So
lot.
next time, if you don't want to die, maybe try not to joke."
You know, I forgot that dwarves hate us. I also didn't realize there was going to be a lot of dwarves.
That's reasonable. We were hidden pretty well.
I didn't know you guys were here.
That was the point. We've already killed a couple cultists.
I thought it was just Jim, and I was going to scare the shit out of him.
Instead, you got scared.
Instead, I got scared.
Yes, we noticed. It was pretty funny.
It's okay.
The porcupine thing was pretty good.
I do my best.
I think he needed that. It's okay.
So, the
Sir may
mayor
have
only
another.
sends suspicious people here. Or people he thinks we can use.
I think we're both.
You seem to be both. Also, why
Well,
is there a
bit of both.
sleeping man with you?
He's very old.
He's a little old. You just get him. He needs
He's a few hundred years old.
he
needs
probably
to put
sleeps more times.
200.
Maybe 1,000.
Oh,
Maybe-
man, shit. I don't
No,
know.
he's over.
Is it like
He's
700?
over 100 something.
He's
yeah.
like 799.
He's pretty old.
Humans don't live that long.
Well,
He's
of course
not a
he was, so
human.
he's an elf.
What is he?
He's an elf.
I think we should stop telling people that he's an elf.
Most
Well, he's
likely,
not here to defend himself.
he's likely the last of his kind,
No, and if he
honestly.
was awake, you...
Yeah, probably.
He probably would tell them
Bring
anyways.
him along.
But you know, he's here to go help us, so
He's my
we
backpack
carry him
wizard.
around.
That's an interesting take on an elf.
No. I mean, like, if he's a wizard, and I put him in a backpack.
And you
Jumps
just
out.
carry him around?
Yeah, well,
Well, he's pretty old. It's kind of tough for him to walk by himself.
It's true. That's why he has his walking stick.
Yeah, it's an odd group.
Why?
Next time, don't throw one at the table. He's gonna break one of the table legs.
Sorry. Jesus, Adlin.
Stop throwing the stupid donut around.
Yeah,
So,
give me the donut.
Jim, why are these people here? Am I supposed to be taking them to the normal place? Jim just looks at him and goes, "I don't know. I wasn't told anything but bring him here."
Yes.
Goes, "Fuck it. Come with me, Jim. We'll talk later."
Jim, did I scare you?
No, not really. Kind of thought you were gonna die though.
Me too.
Anyways,
I have
guys,
a
we'll
feeling we
meet up
missed out
later.
on another rogue in our party, maybe.
So,
That would be
Gunslinger rogue.
so fucking dumb. It's like, well, Christian take 300 points of damage and die.
I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know how much I should roll. Like, because in my brain I was like, well, how many people would they have here? And I was like, okay, they'd have this many. And I was like, that would be a lot of dice, wouldn't it? And I was like, yeah, it would be. I was like, but, you know, they probably won't hit that much. And then I rolled and I was like, every single one hit. Fuck. There's not that many of them then. That was the conclusion.
That's funny.
So, as you guys begin to follow this dwarf, you guys notice like ranks of dwarves kind of almost sandwich you guys in between them as you go down the tunnel, as they escort you down the tunnel.
There's a lot of you guys. Holy shit.
Well, we are the resistance, so yes.
How many of you guys are left?
Couple hundred, more or less. Sometimes we find some of our brethren poking around and we bring them in,
Yeah.
I'm
but
surprised with that many left.
Me too.
How long has it been like this?
couple of months, maybe a little longer. We don't really see the sun very often, so it's hard for us to know.
Understandable.
But we are almost ready. We will be able to take back our fortress soon, very, very soon.
And
That's good.
I'm not sure if my word counts for the rest of the group, but we'll be there to help you at least.
Good little one.
Well, I mean, that depends. Is this going to be before or after we kill the summoner?
I'm pretty sure it's part of it.
Like, you know,
Summoner.
It's most likely part of it.
You are trying to kill a summoner.
I'm sure the king would
What
appreciate it.
summoner?
Most likely the source of the demons that, currently infest this fortress.
I see. I think we may know of who you speak.
The last time we heard about him, he
Swear
was
to God,
up
if it's fucking
on
rock.
the tree, I think.
Frog's not a summoner.
Tree.
If anything, it's Kronar.
Yes, the giant tree that was made right before everything went to shit, right?
I
was
think that's the
tree.
one. I think
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yes.
You could probably burn it down.
Our scouts told us that it created a giant portal to hell.
Ah,
Yes.
We'll need a lot of
Which
firepower
is
to burn it
where a
down.
lot of the demons initially came in at.
Mhm.
But it seems that aperture has moved.
the portal has moved, or the source of the
It is what we
demons?
believe. That summoner that you speak of, we believe that it had the power to move the aperture into our fortress once it was taken.
Inside of the
Oh,
fortress.
Now, instead of demons coming from the top of the mountain, they just come straight from our old halls.
Interesting.
Yes, it's quite disturbing,
Not gonna
I just
imagine.
wanted a nicer landing pad.
perhaps.
Yeah, if you put them all in a tree, they have to jump down. That's awkward. At least
true.
put them in a castle, they'd be like, oh, alright, that's pretty nice.
You guys, eventually, after walking through some winding tunnels and taking what seems to be paths at random, you guys approach a set of steel double doors that... Do any of you guys have magical senses?
I
Possibly.
You can see magic
I
items?
but I can't
have
remember.
Dark vision.
Cool. So he, the gentleman
don't.
you guys have been talking to, he walks up to the front of the door and he pushes a crystal against it, and the crystal flashes blue momentarily, and then he pulls it away, and the doors swing open on their own. And as they do, you guys can see that there seems to be almost like a bustling dwarven village beyond it, with little, almost like ramshackle houses made out of stone and like whatever bits and pieces of things that you can get and put together there.
Mm-hmm.
He turns around and he goes, "Welcome to the Resistance. Please follow me."
You know, John, that's a really cool name. The Resistance.
It's already taken.
What the fuck
know,
are
but
we
you know,
resisting against?
It doesn't fucking, I don't fucking
Well,
know.
that doesn't apply to us then.
I guess not.
Maybe,
It's just,
maybe instead we could rage against something.
we'll think about it later.
Perhaps
So
the
he
machine,
leads you guys
I don't know what that is.
the government.
through the village until you get to what seems to be a much more well built, almost like, it's not really a fortress, but it has some defensible positions around it. It's more like a manor. And he leads you into it, and as he does, so he opens up the first set of doors, and there's several guards standing next to a throne chair. And sitting in the throne is a much older dwarf than the one that you were currently talking to. And next to him is the guy that you had spoken to recently, the previous mayor of the human village. And they seem to be pretty deep in discussion as the doors were open, and they stop. And the mayor goes, "See, Your Majesty, these are the ones I was talking about. Except that one had a lot less blood when he went down. Not quite sure what happened to him."
You gain blood.
Oh no,
As-
they healed him with the arrow still in.
Yeah, the arrows were pushed out of his body from the healing.
Oh,
but
okay, good.
all of the blood and shit that came out from him being shot with that many arrows, it's all still there. Like, he did
I
not
s-
clean up. He
I so
didn't
we
have
have
a chance.
two different ideas about how healing works. I meant that they were cemented inside of his skin now.
No.
I'm not still a porcupine. I was
No.
a porcupine.
He's just when someone hugs him.
Yeah. Well,
The dwarf steps forward and kneels before the king, and he says, "Your Majesty, these are the travelers that were sent to be tested. One of them had a very unique sense of humor,
Mm-hmm.
which got him filled with arrows. He took it rather well and called himself a porcupine afterwards. So
Yeah.
all's well, I take it."
Yeah. I'm gonna bow. I was like, I definitely did not expect. I thought it was just Jim, and I was just trying to scare him. Did not expect
The dwarf
200 arrows to be shot at me.
The Dwarven King looks over at the mirror and he goes, "Well, you are right. They are stupid." Welcome to my hall, as it is. It has fallen much in the past months, but we are almost at the point where we are going to retake our ancestral homeland. My compatriot here tells me that you wish to fight against the demon legions. Is this correct?
Well, not the legion, specifically leader.
Yeah,
And
we're going for the
which
top brass, but
leader is that?
We have reason to believe that there's a demon summoner around here that may be the source of
Yes.
possibly where the demon force is coming from.
What the?
We have seen this summoner. It is a gnome, I believe.
A gnome.
no.
Yes.
gnome?
And it
Quack.
seems to have great control
Dead sad.
over portals and creatures. But don't know if I consider that the leader. I think the leader is either a dwarf or an orc, both of whom live in the fortress.
Do you know where this gnome resides?
Oh, wait a
Also
second.
in the fortress.
Did you realize what races he just said?
Well, yeah, a lot of orcs and dwarves live here.
I'm saying this out of character,
No.
but
Not a lot do.
I'm telling you. Look in, out of character. So Rock and Gronar are leading the thing because they're now disciples
correct.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And Quek was resurrected from the dead and is now opening portals to hell.
Yeah, but Quek didn't know magic, so I don't know.
Yeah, but also
Wait, wasn't Quek a?
She's an
she's an
alchemist.
alchemist.
Yeah, it's magic.
She did,
No, it's like crystal.
Oh, wait,
chemistry is
oh, no,
not
there was
magic.
like crystal
There's
magic.
science.
There was that other gnome. That gnome we were working for.
There was the other gnome.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that was
So
what
Quek.
I'm looking for.
That's not. That's not
But no, when we first were in the dwarven village, I think they were using the half orcs as slaves or second class citizens.
The
the half horse.
Right.
Slave.
Yes.
Class citizens.
Slaves.
Slave class citizens. Yeah, and then that's what the liberator dude was doing. He was like
Yeah.
with the cobalt.
Wasn't that his like actual name, the Liberator, or some
No.
shit?
No, he
Yeah,
had
it was
an actual name, I
Liberace.
forget.
I don't remember.
Anyways,
Like he always wore a mask.
so then your purpose here
Or a helmet.
is to kill the gnome and stop the demonic invasion?
That is our goal, but
Do you have the magics required to close the portal?
that we didn't even know it was going to.
So, we can
Be a
ask the
magical
elf when he
fire.
wakes up, but he's very old and very
What
tired.
is wrong with the elf?
He's very old and very tired.
I see.
He
Kid.
works when he is needed.
Take the elf to a resting place. We should have some spare bedrooms, right? Go put him in one of those.
You don't need to do that much for
You
him.
might need 2 beds. He's kind of lengthy.
He's also technically not asleep. His eyes are open.
Are
Remember,
we the
he's
ones that
elf.
screamed during a identification ritual, or are you?
No, that was me. I don't know if you did it when you got the ritual, but probably
No, I do
not.
And I do not need advice from those who scream at dumb times.
You got it.
Kenneth, please see to our guest.
Hey, Kenneth survived.
Nice.
And so the dwarf that had been leading you in turns around and he walks over to you, lol, and he says, "Please give me the elf."
Oh, yeah. Pull him out of my backpack.
He kind of like spreads his arm real wide to like hold him, and then he kind of awkwardly shuffle walks with him.
Told you he's lengthy.
The king, after Kenneth has left and closed the door, he says, "So, do you understand the situation that we are in? Do you understand what we are up against?"
Shit ton of demons. More demons coming out.
Yes.
Demons need to get killed.
Yes. The ideal scenario for us to win is twofold. First, we need to chop off the head. We need to kill all of the leaders. Second, we need to be able to close the portal. I'm hoping that your elvish friend, when he awakes, will have the requisite magical knowledge to do so. If not, we need something else.
Do you have any alternative idea on how to do such thing?
We have only one method that we know of. And it is not a pleasant or safe method. We are almost done preparing the device for it. But we would essentially need to overload the magic in the portal to the point where it collapses on itself. This is not ideal due to there will be an eruption on both ends of the portal with the excess magic. If it takes too much magic, we could level the whole fortress.
I think we've done this before. Isn't that roughly what we did when we killed the dwarven blacksmith? He was a demon dwarven blacksmith, by the way.
I'm glad you elaborated.
Is that what we did?
I think there was a portal. I mean, there's a lot of blood, but there was a portal.
We did.
You guys left that shit there.
We did leave the portal.
You guys left it there.
We took the chalice, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh yes, for sure. But remember, the portal's made out of blood, and the blood was already flowing.
That's right.
I
That's why we
forgot
ran.
about the blood portals.
That's why we ran and took all the villagers with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then half of them went back.
Oh,
did forget about the blood
I forgot
portals.
about that.
Because they sent a reserve unit of the army there.
It's true. They're dead.
Well, anyways, I don't know this, so yeah, we have experience closing portals.
definitely
You do
don't
know
know.
this. We were there, but you.
I assume that by taking
You
the chalice
as
to
a
close the
character
portal.
probably forgot.
Please roll me a...
Assumption.
Did you say assumption roll?
Yes.
Yeah, there needs to be something like
Because
that.
I'm just assuming that by taking the chalice we fix the
Yeah.
problem.
He believes that you believe it. We'll go with that, because you do believe it. So there's no need to roll. And he goes, okay, this is very good.
Do we still have the chalice with us?
No.
No, we gave it to Commander Pierce.
That's right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So then,
Probably safer.
we will rely on your group
Definitely
to
safer.
close the portal.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, we will use our device. I will utilize your group to destroy the portal. If, for some reason, you cannot destroy the portal, then we will bring in the device and we will make sure that everyone gets clear. The device is fluctuating based on how much energy is needed to destroy the portal. If not much energy is needed, the portal will be destroyed much swifter. If a large amount of energy is needed, it will give us more time to escape. But in regards to the amount of energy, if it takes more energy, we're more looking at a much larger explosive force when that portal collapses. As such, just make sure you get clear. Am I understood?
Yes, and
Perfect.
even if we don't have 100% everybody, that feel free to just detonate it anyway.
Oh, once we throw it in there, there's no changing it. It happens by itself.
Yes. So
It's fine. The human porcupine can, or half orc porcupine can, he can take the blast.
I don't
I mean-
think so.
You know, if we die, we die. I don't think the king was expecting much of us, so I think he was already surprised that we took out 2 of these guys.
yes,
Famous last words. I like it.
Wait,
our
have we
goal
been
is
talking- I thought we
to
just talked to the
defeat the
Pierce.
demons.
You know.
Doesn't matter how that happens.
Then our goals are aligned. As such, you will have full access to our facilities and our runesmiths. Get whatever you need made and get battle ready. When you are ready, talk to Commander. What did I just call him?
Kenneth, yeah.
Kenneth, yes. Talk to Commander Kenneth, and he will tell you where you will be in the striking force.
I don't think we need
The
any,
goal,
like, runes or anything, right?
the goal is going to be to hit them swiftly, break through their defenses, kill all their leaders, destroy the portal.
Okay.
We will have different groups set up to do different ones of those tasks. But we do know that the portal is on a schedule, and as such, we're going to try to hit before they can bring in reinforcements. If we can kill them, kill all the leaders before that, we should have free access to the portal. So,
And the leaders are, again, we got the gnome.
We have a gnome,
The gnome summoner.
a
Or
half-orc,
whatever magic thing it is.
and a dwarf. Although he is not a small dwarf anymore.
Large dwarf.
Yes.
Catch the roll book real quick.
Weren't you like a hill dwarf or some shit?
Do we know anything about
No, I was a giant's blood dwarf.
Giant's blood
the
dwarf.
capacities of these
Oh.
other people?
That's what they meant by.
I got
We know
big.
that the dwarf seems to control electricity in some way, shape, or form. The other one, the half-orc, he is empowered by their god. His blows are extremely damaging, and he is extremely fast on his Mount of Shadows. The gnome we don't know much about.
And all three are in the fortress.
To the best of our knowledge.
All right.
So go and make your preparations. And then speak with the commander. He will give
Sounds
you
like
more detailed information.
sounds
on
like all of our
assault.
armor needs a energy resistant rune.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
We might also want to get. Do you think we'll fight any ghost?
Nah.
No.
Not in this area, at least.
We'd get some holy runes. That'd
What
be
for?
weapons.
Demons?
Demons are unholy.
Oh.
I think it just does stuff against things that are evilly aligned, right?
Oh, is it just
Yeah,
for-
deals 1d6 good damage
Oh, it
against
does
evil
good.
targets. If you are evil, you are enfeebled 2 while carrying a weapon.
Okay,
Oh,
then,
nice.
then yeah, that works.
You can also regain health.
Okay, I like this already.
Activate command, reaction, frequency once per day.
There's a
You
good
critically
version of
succeed on an
Vampire
attack
Rick.
roll against an evil creature with a weapon. You regain HP equal to double the evil creature's level.
Oh,
I didn't know there was like a good
But you
version
can
of
only use it once per
vampirism.
day.
It is once per day, but
That's cool.
it's random
Shit,
free
that's
healing.
alright. If I crit, then bam, boom, bop.
It's also
Full
11, a
health.
level 11 rune.
Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no.
That didn't make sense.
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
a
yeah.
level 10 armor potency rune that's like 2?
I haven't gotten to armor potency yet.
Okay. Because I think that
Oh,
might
never
be
mind,
the
I'm
only thing
on-
that we need
I
to
was on
upgrade
shield,
to.
So I guess if this is the case, do you guys want to take time away from the game to look at things that you want made? Or do you
Well,
guys want to look right now?
We can just
or
kind
do
of
you-
plan.
We still
like a
need,
planning
yeah,
session.
because we still need
Or-
to think about how we're going to go enter in there.
Well, that's
Most
what you're going to do
likely,
with Commander Pierce. Or not Commander Pierce.
or does he?
Commander
Oh, okay, so he already has a plan for us to, or
Well,
on
because
how
the
to
king
enter.
just told you guys, once you're done getting your materials, go and speak with the commander,
Okay.
Yeah.
and he will give you more detailed information on the assault.
Okay.
So,
Then I think we can put that as today's session, and then we'll talk about the runes, or we'll think about the runes until the next session.
okay.
Yeah, we all got runes.
So,
Not yet.
you guys decide to go and speak with the commander first,
Yes.
and get your runes afterwards.
Yeah, we can do that. That's better.
Yep.
Yes.
So, you guys do know where the commander is. You were told where the war room was by the soldiers as you guys exited. So you make your way there, and the commander seems to be sitting there, or planning around a table with other people, other officers. As you walk in, he gestures and waves you guys over to the table. And on the table, there's a map of the dwarven fortress, and there are certain areas that have been circled, highlighted, whatnot. And he looks up at your group and he says, "All right, lads, here's the situation. You all, I'm assuming, since you've taken out 2 of these demonic leaders, I guess we'll call them.
Something like that. We've been calling
Right.
them just like the fingers because I keep
That's
turning into
weird.
fingers.
That's even weirder.
Yep. Sure
All
is.
right. So
I don't make
since
the
you
rules.
have destroyed some of the fingers, that to me makes me think that you know how to handle yourself, and you should be able to take out at least one of these leaders by yourselves. So the first problem that we are going to encounter is going to be this region right here. And he points to one of the circled regions. He says, this is more or less right where our entry point is. So when we breach the walls, we're going to come in through the second level. The second level used to be where a lot of the craftsmen made their crafts, but we have sent scouts in since then. It has become something called the Thunderdome.
Oh yeah, we're going to the Thunderdome, boys.
Man, that
It
sounds
seems
rad.
to be an arena where bloody fights to the death take place. Many of our brethren that were too slow to escape were killed there. As such, the one that runs this blood sport is a dwarf. He will be our first target. He normally has 3 or 4 guards with him, so when we breach,
What a coward.
we will take care of his entourage, and you will take care of him. Is that something you can do?
Sure, I can kill a
Yeah.
dwarf.
Perfect.
I've killed dwarves before.
If we
Dwarf.
finish his entourage early enough, we will join the fight. Once we clear out this place, this arena, the rest of the fortress will be on alert. They will know that something is happening, and they'll be sending forces. I'll be breaking my force into 2 groups, one to halt the lower and the higher tiers advancement down, giving us some breathing room. My understanding is that the portal is on the very lowest level. Now, the portal and the person that runs it is always guarded by the second leader, the half-orc. I do not know nearly as much about him. All I know is that he seems to be extremely strong and he exudes a very dark and menacing aura around him at all times. So, while I have a stopgap force holding the top levels, we will push down the bottom levels, clearing each floor as we go until we get low enough to kill the leader and the portal user. After that, you all will disable the portal, and if you are unable to do so, then we will destroy it with our device. If we have to use the device, we will have to push back upstairs as fast as possible. If the force that I left at the top has fallen, we are going to have to fight our way up, which will considerably weaken our ability to get out of here on time.
Yeah.
Any questions?
So we know that each of the main heads of this operation are going to be all separated, right?
2 of them we believe will be together. The half-orc and the gnome.
Half orc and the gnome.
That will be the hardest fight.
Will there be a way for us to separate them somehow?
Possibly.
We'd have to find that out after the Thunderdome.
All that I know is that the half-orc seems to be the bodyguard for the one that controls the portal. So, if you can figure a way to separate it, that would make the fight easier.
That would make it a
But
lot
as of
easier.
right now, my scouts have not been able to get low enough to know how to separate them.
Okay.
What about potions, healers, that kind of equipment? We haven't.
We are mass
gone
producing
through your
equipment for our
stuff.
warriors. Potions are much more difficult to make,
Understandable.
since we are underground. We can only make certain types, and even at that, it requires raw ingredients that do not grow in abundance as they do up above.
Mm-hmm.
Healers, we have plenty, but most of them will be tasked with healing our soldiers during fights and in between fights. You can make use of those services as long as you stay with the main group.
Well, we'll most likely not separate too far from them. Especially since we could probably use as much help as we could get trying to defeat those guys.
Definitely.
I don't think...
How
With it-
is your people's supply of either silver, cold iron, or, if I may even ask, mithril?
Mithril is extremely low. Silver cold iron is better, but there's not a very good vein around here. Before we were taken over, we were having issues
It's
in
the
our
same
mines.
silver, just better hardness.
So before we were taken over and pushed out by the demon invasion, we were having difficulties in many of our mine shafts. There was a uprising of half-orcs, kobolds, and goblins that came surging through the mines and were disrupting our work. So our supplies are limited. We have much more iron and steel than anything else.
Are we to expect the goblins and kobolds and other half-orcs, or are they kind of dealt with by the demons?
It is unknown. I assume that most of them would have been killed by the demons, but I have seen stranger things happen.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It has been an odd couple of months.
It sure has.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think that we have any problems with this plan. It does just seem that we need to try our best to survive out there, especially with having to deal with first off the dwarf giant, which sounds like those things would cancel out, right?
Yes, it did not.
Yeah, I don't think
Still
so.
has dwarven proportions, but giant in size.
Just big. That's fucking weird. Yeah, so him. And then finally the summoner and its bodyguard. My only thing is...
We have no capability, or no idea of the capability of the summoner.
Yeah. If we have no idea what we're up against, then we might as well need to ready ourselves the best that we can.
That is the idea.
A summoner, that is something that deals with magic, doesn't it? So maybe we need something that'll help us protect against magic, most likely. I don't have anything right now that will do that.
You can go and see the runesmiths. They can definitely make you some kind of protection against a type of magic. I'm not certain if they can make it against all magic or not.
That would be good.
Yeah, it would be.
And you will be given detailed instructions and a map of the fortress layout, along with where you are supposed to go right before
Oh yeah.
assault.
A map would definitely be good. We've never been here before.
I am interested in this Thunderdome, though.
I'm
The
definitely
goal is
not.
to destroy and dismantle the Thunderdome.
Absolutely, yeah.
Participate.
Absolutely destroy and dismantle. But
Not
I
franchising.
don't believe you.
I'm not much of a, cage fighter.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot more of like a one shop operation. Doesn't really sound like there's too many franchise opportunities there.
Yeah.
I just look. I'm a fan of rad names, and I want to check it out. And after we're done with it, we can definitely dismantle it.
Sure.
Hopefully they do something that's like against art or something, so then Lowell doesn't get caught up into all of
There
it.
we go. I can't believe a demonic place to be all that artistic.
Fighting is an art of itself.
The art of fighting.
There's also the art of the deal. There's an art of everything's
The
art,
last
baby.
of our soldiers will be ready in roughly 1 week's time.
Okay.
So
We
shall we?
have that long to prepare.
Maybe more like 2 weeks, but
If you are not prepared in 1 week's time, you will be left.
yeah.
So
Sounds
don't miss
But
next
I
Saturday.
mean,
So plan accordingly.
well, something may happen. We don't know.
You can bunk in the barracks, which are right over there, through that door.
Okay. Sounds
Other
good
than
to me.
that, let me or my secretary know if you have any other needs.
Okay.
Sounds
We
good.
will try to take care of them as best as possible. You are dismissed.
All right. Thank you.
And Jeff, to answer your question,
Yeah.
I know that most of our weapons are silver. But since we're not fighting like vampires and shit, and we're fighting devils and stuff, silver just negates their resistance.
Yeah.
Cold iron is like silver to demons and devils.
I thought cold iron was only good against fucking Fae.
Cold iron weapons deal additional damage to creatures with weakness to cold iron, like demons and fae.
Okay, so it is demons and
both.
Fae. So then it would probably be advantageous for us to go and
Get a little cold iron.
get some cold iron.
Okay?
I don't know how cold iron would work with my bone shield.
I don't know, but
But I have a sword. That's
my
fine.
fork is only
You can definitely feed it things like bone. You might try to feed
Do you
it
have any
other
cold iron
things.
bones?
I mean,
just-
you
no,
can
no,
try to
'cause-
feed it other shit and see if it'll eat it or not.
The way it works is that you coat it in the thing,
bone.
right? Because my fork, for example, it was just a regular fucking iron fork,
Yeah.
but it's coated in silver. That's how it
Yeah.
does silver. Whatever.
But
it's also
harder to
cheaper
coat
that way
things
too.
in- It's hard to coat bones and things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Put in
look what they did to Wolverine.
molten metal, dude. It's fine.
I think that was a replacement of bone.
No, they just put the adamantium over the bone.
Well, either way, the fork, only the handle's made out of bone now, so I could just still coat it in cold iron.
Yeah, we can. You
So-
guys can definitely ask around about cold iron veins, or if anyone's looking for that.
Yeah, so I'm looking for cold iron, energy resistant electricity. Now, I like the idea of dancing, but I think that might be too high rune level.
Yeah.
Just imagine,
Yeah.
you're super
Why?
far away, you just send your rapier out.
That's why you want to do that?
That'd be funny.
The dancing one, yeah.
I was thinking about getting dancing for my fork, honestly, and then I was like thinking, it's like, oh man, I'd be just like the blue guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't remember
Oh,
his name.
Yondu?
Yondu, yeah.
If we can search
Like
around,
whistles or whatever is fucking.
maybe there's a priest with a holy rune.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to find anything here
I need it
that's
back.
level 10 or higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of don't have that many materials anyway, so lore-wise.
Well, we could get a thundering rune for the Thunderdome.
Oh my god.
No.
You know, I just want to be a good
Good.
sport, you know? I
Wait,
just
wait,
wanna-
wait. So
I mean,
wait, is the
exactly.
Thunderdome moved down, or is it still on top of the mountain?
Well, no. He built the Thunderdome.
He built a
Yeah, because
another
he got
Thunderdome?
no. He got the idea from the Harpies
Yeah.
Arena, and he's like, I'm gonna build a Thunderdome.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna
That's
franchise
right.
it.
Yeah.
He did want to
the
franchise
arena.
it, yeah.
He bought the rights to the Thunderdome
Wait,
from the Harpies.
I don't think
wait.
he needed to buy.
I think he just killed the Harpies.
You're right.
You don't need to buy rights from someone if you just murder them.
I forgot that Rock
least
is
in
a
D&D.
fucking murder hobo.
Yeah.
Rock is not a murder hobo. He did not murder anyone until he became
Rock
evil.
was,
He was
not
definitely a hobo,
intelligent
though.
enough to be a murder hobo. He came by his murdering by honest means. He just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He bumped
didn't
into
s-
someone said some shit, and he killed him.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't steal their shit. I wasn't like, oh, that guy has a nice pair of glasses. I'm gonna take them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder him so I can have his glasses.
It was more like he bumped into him, broke the nice pair of glasses from the dude. The dude got pissed off, slapped Rock in the face. Rock said, "Oh, we're having a slapping contest," and then just fucking broke the man's neck.